People ask, John, where do you get all these drug cases? This is pretty easy. Guys, 99% of all drug arrests come from vehicles, okay? Traffic stops. Drugs are pulled out of cars. The whole thing starts with the cop trying to find a way to get into your car. Now, there's really two ways usually that they're gonna get into your car, and you're gonna end up hiring somebody like me on a drug charge. The first way is that they smell cannabis, and then they get to search everyone, everywhere, and everything. But the second way is also important. That's what we're gonna talk about today. The second way is canine searches. And I know there's plenty of rap lyrics about, we'll see how smart you are when the canines come. That is 100% true. So recently I did a video about Beamer case, all right? And Beamer just came out. What happened to Beamer is what happens a lot. Beamer gets pulled over for littering and speeding. It takes the cop 5 minutes to do what cops are supposed to do on traffic stops. And there's only 4 things that they're really supposed to run through on a traffic stop. I'll run by them legally right now. They got to check the driver's license. They've got to search for outstanding warrants. They've got to inspect the registrations that you gave them. And they've got to check the proof of insurance. All right, how long does that take? And then write the speeding ticket. Well, what happened in Beecher, as you may recall from my other videos, the guy got nailed with some felony drug charges, convicted, and filed a motion to say, wait a second, judge, this canine came after 10 to 12 minutes after the cop was done doing what the cop was supposed to do. And the court threw out the drug convictions, said, you can't have people waiting around for the canine. You are legally, as Americans, folks, the Constitution says it is unreasonable to seize a human being longer than it takes to write those citations and say, have a nice day. Let's put Beecher aside, because now, within days, or maybe they happen at the same time in the 6th District Court appeal, and Beecher was the first district. Now the 6th comes out, this is my district, and in Hope Michelle Green's case, trafficking amounts of meth are found in her car, right? Same thing happens as Beecher, right? They want to get in the car, they can't smell weed or whatever. Half the time I feel like they're being dishonest about smelling it. So they call the canine on Green's case, right? And the canine alerts on the car, trafficking amount of drugs are found, and Green is convicted. Green files a motion to suppress, like we always do, and says, judge, I was being held too long. I waited too long for that canine. Green is different than Beecher. In Green, the court upheld the canine search. Now here's why. Because what they said was the canine actually arrived 5 minutes after the initial stop, okay? But in Green, the officer was still initiating the traffic stop and still had not written the warnings yet. Remember, there is a hard deadline, a cliff that the government falls off. They have to get that canine there by the time that officer writes that citation. Fair enough? And in Green, the officer, 5 minutes, had not finished writing the citation. While he was still writing the citation, the canine went around, alerts, now you got a trafficking drug charge for Green. Now she's convicted, it's mandatory prison. Had that canine arrived 10 minutes later, like in Beecher here, 10 minutes later, Green's trafficking case would have been thrown out, because you can't hold Green beyond the time it takes to write the citation. But the canine did arrive within 5 minutes. She's got no leg to stand on, and the court said, you're still guilty of trafficking. I'm sorry, but the canine arrived on time. Have a nice day. So the drug charges have not happened to you or anyone you love or care about, but if they have, I'm here in Central Florida, been defending them for 31 plus years. I hope you'll give my office a call. If not, you just like learning, I hope that you'll click a button on your screen that will help us out, and I thank you for watching. Take care.